Hi everyone, this is going to be my instructional video for Friday, May 29th for my first grade reading group. So I'm going to quickly go through the email. I know usually on Fridays we don't normally have work, but for this Friday we do because we had off on Monday. So I'm going to quickly just go through our email and then we will dive right into our final reading for Compare and Contrast. Okay, so the read aloud that I suggested for today is continuing with that beach theme. So it's called Hello Ocean, Hola Mare. And so it's actually read in both English and Spanish. So if you're interested in that, totally check it out. I mean, it's a cute story about the beach, so can't really go wrong with that. Our reading log is due today. Make sure you guys turn that in. And just so you know, we're reading living or non-living. Like that's the book title that we're reading. So we're obviously talking about things that are alive, that are breathing, and things that are not. Like my phone is obviously not alive. So we're talking about stuff like that today. Okay. My website link is here and the link to Audible. And my suggestion today for Audible for the weekend is to check out the Cinderella Chronicles. Keeping with the fairy tale theme, if you're interested. If not, don't worry about it. It's really just a suggestion of a book that you might want to check out. And then if you would like to join me for office hours, I'm on from 10 to 11:30. You don't have to though, and I'm also going to be running some help sessions for my middle schoolers to help them prepare. They're taking their test on Friday, so if you would like to come, you can. I'm just warning you that there might be some middle schoolers hanging out with me. So we will, just work around them. Okay, so going into classwork, Fridays. So let me open up our worksheet. So this worksheet should kind of look familiar. It's like what we did on Monday. It's very easy. It's not as focused on comparing and contrasting as some of the other worksheets we've worked with this week. So I am going to just pull this up. Let's see, are we going to have to rotate? I think we are. All right, so I have to open this in Doc Hub because we're going to have to rotate. I completely apologize. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through and like you'll see here, I'm going to add the letters like I did last. Actually, I'm just going to put numbers. 1, 2, 3, let's see, 5, and 6. Okay, so remember we're looking for things that are living, alive, and things that are not alive, right? So 7 is down here with cute little baby kids. Okay, so let's just go through the book. So again, I'm going to have to flip this a whole bunch of times, so I fully apologize. It's going to be a pain in the butt, but it's what we got to do. So living or non-living. And remember with nonfiction, we have our table of contents here, which is a feature of nonfiction, right? And just tells us the different section titles, gives us an idea about what we're going to read. All right, so let's flip this around. Okay. So it says non-living things may be like living things in some ways. They may move, change, or use energy. They are not alive, they are not alike in all the ways, or they would be living things. So, for example, like water and fire move, they change, and they use energy, but they're not breathing, so they don't have a heartbeat, so they're not alive, right? Flip it again. So living and non-living things. Living things are alike in important ways. Living things all grow and make more things like themselves. They also use energy, move, change, and are made of cells. So obviously, like water and fire are not made of cells. Right? Okay. Compare. Okay. Excuse me. Compare living and non-living things. Some of the ways they are different are easy to spot. The toy robot does not grow, so obviously it's not living. It says it cannot make more things like itself, so it can't have baby robots, right? It needs humans to make them. Some of the ways they are alike can make it tricky. The toy robot does not move or use energy. I'm just going to read it upside down because I'm just not going to keep going back and forth. That's ridiculous. It has gears and a battery that help it move. Obviously, you need to turn this upside down, but I can read English upside down. You probably cannot do that. Dead things. Non-living things are not dead. Dead things were once alive, but now are not. Non-living things were never alive. So look, see, the tree is living, but then it starts to rot, and now it's dead. So figuring out if something is living or non-living can be fun. Which of these things are living or non-living? So we have kittens are living. Is the car living? No, because it doesn't make other things of itself. It's not made of cells. Are the scissors living? No. Same reason. Is the clock living? No. Is the coal living? Coal is kind of like fire and water. It's a natural resource, but it's not breathing. It doesn't have cells and it doesn't reproduce. So no, it's not living. Carrots, they are living, right? Because they're made of cells. They can change, they grow, they can produce more, things like that. So that's the end of our story. So I'm gonna take my here. So I have living. I know the sunflower's living. One. I know whatever animal that is living. I know the carrots are living. And I know the kitten is living. Now, what's not living is the fire because it doesn't reproduce. It has to be started by a man or something or natural something. The clock number 5 is not living because it's run on batteries. Number 6 is not living because scissors do not reproduce and they are obviously not alive. Like so. Super easy, nothing crazy. There's just some science terms. That's what makes it a little bit harder than the other ones, but the actual activity is not hard. So if you have questions about this, let me know. Other than that, this is a pretty straightforward activity. We're done with comparison triathlon. I haven't decided yet, but we will. I'll let you know on Monday. The mystery, right? All right. So if you need anything, feel free to reach out. Other than that, hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.